the last decade saving up for that European car you always promised yourself, the Porsche, the BMW M, the Mercedes you'd actually be proud to park in your driveway. I've got bad news and I've got good news. Last Friday, on May 1st, President Trump pulled the trigger on a 25% tariff on every car and truck imported from the European Union. That's up from 15%, and it's hitting next week. We're talking about the Porsche 911, the BMW 5 Series, the Mercedes E-Class, the Audi RS lineup, roughly 24 models that men our age have been dreaming about. Suddenly, thousands, sometimes tens of thousands, more expensive overnight. But here's the thing, nobody on cable news is telling you. Not every European car got hit. Some are built right here in America and walked away untouched. And out of the ones that did get the 25% hammer, a few are still worth every penny, even at the new sticker price. I'm going to walk you through 5 of them. Stick with me to the end, because the last car on this list is the one nobody saw coming. It's the smartest buy of the bunch, and most guys are completely overlooking it. Let's get into it. Quick context, because you need to understand the playing field before you walk into a dealership. Trump announced the tariff hike on Truth Social last Friday, citing Section 232, the same national security authority he used back in 2025. He's accusing the EU of not honoring the Turnberry Agreement signed last July, which had locked tariffs at 15%. Now we're back up to 25%, effective next week. Here's the critical detail. The tariff applies only to vehicles assembled in Europe. If a European brand builds the car in the United States, it pays 0 tariff. That's why your neighbor's BMW X5 isn't going up. It's built in Spartanburg, South Carolina. Same with the Mercedes GLE from Alabama and the Volkswagen Atlas from Tennessee. But anything assembled in Germany, Italy, Hungary, the UK, that's getting the full 25%. Industry analysts are projecting price hikes ranging from $5,000 on entry-level models to over $40,000 on the high-end stuff. Audi has already announced increases of up to $4,100 across its 2026 lineup. Porsche has raised prices twice in the last 12 months. BMW is announcing iX3 pricing on May 6th, and it's not going to be pretty. So with all that on the table, which European cars are still worth buying in 2026? Here are 5 that earn their keep, even at the new prices. Number 5. The Mercedes-Benz E-Class. Let's start with the car that's been the standard for executive sedans for 60 years. The 2026 E-Class is built in Sindelfingen, Germany. That puts it squarely in tariff territory. A loaded E450 that was sticking around $73,000 is now looking at a real-world price closer to $85,000 once the dealer markup and the tariff pass-through settle in. Sounds steep? Here's why it's still worth it. The E-Class isn't just a luxury sedan, it's a long-haul road weapon. The cabin insulation is on a different planet from anything Lexus or Genesis is putting out. The MBUX system has finally caught up to where it needed to be, and the inline 6 in the E450 is one of the smoothest, most refined engines on sale today. Period. But the real reason this car earns its spot? Resale. The E-Class has historically held value better than its German rivals. Carfax data over the past 5 years consistently shows it depreciating slower than the BMW 5 Series and the Audi A6. So when you pay the tariff premium up front, you're not throwing that money in a hole. A chunk of it stays with the car when you eventually sell it. If you're a guy who drives 25,000 miles a year and wants something that feels like it costs twice as much when you're sitting in it, the E-Class is still the move. The tariff hurts. The car is worth it. Number 4, the Audi RS6 Avant. Now we're getting into the cars you buy with your heart, not your spreadsheet. The RS6 Avant is a wagon. I know, Wagons don't sell in America. That's exactly why this car is special. It's a 621 horsepower twin-turbo V8, all-wheel drive, with the cargo space of a mid-size SUV and the cornering ability of a sports car. It does 0 to 60 in 3.3 seconds while carrying your golf clubs, your daughter's lacrosse bag, and a Costco run all at the same time. Built in Neckarsulm, Germany. Full 25% tariff. The previous sticker was around $128,000. We're looking at $145,000 to $150,000 now, depending on options. So why is it still worth it? Because nobody else makes one. Mercedes killed the E63 wagon for the US market years ago. BMW won't bring the M5 Touring here. The RS6 is the last fast wagon you can buy in America, and Audi has already hinted that the next generation will be electric only. This is the end of an era. The final V8, gas-powered, manual folding mirror super wagon ever sold in this country. Cars with that kind of last-of-its-kind status don't depreciate the way normal cars do. They flatline, and then they start going up. Look at what happened to the E39 M5 wagon. Look at what's happening to manual transmission Porsches. The RS6 Avant is going to be that car 10 years from now. If you're 45, your kids are getting older, and you've been waiting for the right excuse to buy something you actually love. This is your last call. Number 3. The BMW M3 Competition. Some cars exist because they make sense on paper. The BMW M3 is not one of those cars. It exists because BMW's engineers have been trying to perfect the same idea for 40 years, and the 2026 M3 Competition is about as close as they've ever come. It's built in Munich. Full 25% tariff. A well-equipped M3 Competition X-Drive that was crossing the line at $87,000 is now pushing $100,000 out the door. That's a lot. Here's why I'd still write the check. The M3 is the rare performance car that genuinely works as a daily driver. You can take it on a long road trip without your back filing a complaint. You can put a child seat in the back. You can drop it at the valet without anyone giving you a weird look. And then on Saturday morning, you can take it to a track day and run laps with cars costing twice as much. 503 horsepower. 0 to 60 in 3.4 seconds. A chassis that's been refined over 6 generations. And critically, BMW has now committed to keeping internal combustion in the M3 lineup through at least 2030. That means the car you buy in 2026 isn't going to be made obsolete next year by an electric replacement. The new tariff also creates an interesting dynamic. As prices climb on new M3s, the used market for low-mileage examples is going to tighten up fast. Buy a 2026 today, drive it for 3 years, and you may be looking at significantly less depreciation than you'd expect. For a guy who's earned the right to drive something serious, the M3 still delivers. Number 2, the Porsche 911 Carrera. You knew this one was coming. Every generation, every body style, every powertrain, the 911 has been the car that other sports cars get measured against for 62 years. And the 999 2.2 generation, which is what's on sale now, is the most refined version Porsche has ever built. Built in Stuttgart, full 25% tariff. A base Carrera that was around $122,000 is now climbing toward $138,000. Get into a Carrera S or a GTS and you're talking $170,000 plus. The Turbo S? Don't ask. So why is the 911 still worth it, even at these numbers? 3 reasons. First, and this is the most important one, the 911 doesn't depreciate like a normal car. It depreciates like a Rolex. A well-kept, properly spec'd 911 from 5 years ago is often worth 75 to 80% of what it cost new. Some special editions are worth more than the original sticker. There is no other new car you can buy at this price point that holds value the way a 911 does. Second, Porsche has been raising prices twice a year for the last 18 months. The car is only going up from here. The 992.2 is also rumoured to be the last 911 generation with a non-hybrid base model. If you want a pure gas-powered 911, the kind that 911s have always been, your window is closing. Third, it's a Porsche 911. If you're 45 years old, you're in the prime earning years of your life. You've worked hard and you've always wanted one. Stop telling yourself next year. Next year it's going to cost more and you'll be 1 year older. Number 1. The Volkswagen Golf GTI. This is the one nobody saw coming, and this is the one I'd buy myself today before the tariff hits. The Golf GTI is built in Wolfsburg, Germany. Full 25% tariff. The 2026 GTI starts at $34,590, meaning the tariff adds something in the neighborhood of $4,000 to $5,000 in real-world pricing. Call it a $39,000 to $40,000 hot hatch when the dust settles. Now stop and think about what you're getting for that money. A 241 horsepower turbocharged engine. A 6-speed manual still available. One of the last manual transmissions you can buy in this country. Front-wheel drive that handles like it has a brain. A practical hatchback body that holds golf clubs, mountain bikes, kayaks, whatever. Built on the same MQB platform as the Audi A3. Same suspension geometry, same components, for $25,000 less than the Audi equivalent. Here's why this car wins, even with the tariff. For a guy in his 40s, the GTI is the most honest car on this list. It doesn't pretend to be a track weapon you'll never use. It doesn't cost 6 figures. It doesn't tell the world you're trying to prove something. It's just a properly engineered German driver's car at a price you can actually justify, that you'll enjoy every single day for the next 10 years. And here's the kicker. The tariff is going to push more buyers toward the cheaper Korean and Japanese alternatives. Used GTI values are going to firm up. Production is going to tighten. The GTI is about to become rarer, more exclusive, and proportionally a much smarter buy than it was a month ago. Most guys our age are spending 6 figures trying to recapture something they can't put a finger on. The GTI is the move that says you actually understand cars. It's the cheapest car on this list, and it's the smartest. So that's the list. Five European cars that, even with Trump's 25% tariff stacked on top, are still worth your money in 2026. The Mercedes E-Class, for the long-haul executive who wants something that ages well. The Audi RS6 Avant for the man who wants the last great gas-powered superwagon ever sold here. The BMW M3 Competition for the guy who's earned the right to drive something serious. The Porsche 911 Carrera, because no other car at any price holds value the way it does. And the Volkswagen Golf GTI, the smartest, most honest buy on the entire list. If you're going to pull the trigger, do it sooner rather than later. The tariff hits next week. Dealer pricing is going to firm up within 30 days. And the inventory that arrived before May 1st is the last batch you can get at anything close to the old numbers. Drop a comment and tell me which one of these you'd take home. And if you found this useful, hit that subscribe button. I break down stories like this every week. I'll see you in the next one.